Welcome back to Making It Awkward. I'm your host, Jessica Wilson. The last couple of podcasts were a bit heavy for me, and last week's episode escalated on Instagram. I'll say more about it in future episodes, but I was in need of a break, so I asked my dad for an interview about ultra-processed foods. I also asked what he ate growing up and about the stereotypes maybe even he has about Southern food. A note here that there's a mention of the process of harvesting a chicken for food later on in this episode. Last month, I started a weekly series on Instagram about ultra-processed foods called Ultra-Processed Fridays. In the clips, you'll see me present an ultra-processed food to my dad for taste testing and ask him to read the ingredients before he tries it. For the first video, I served him a cherry-flavored kombucha. In the second, I kind of tricked him into eating hot Cheetos. And in the installment today, you'll hear I feed him a natural beef jerky. What are we doing?
Ultra-processed Fridays.
Excellent. All right, you chose the meat stick.
Yeah, which is very, it's eaten all over the country.
Eaten like a marketer. Meat stick, country archer, provision.
See, it says country.
Mm-hmm.
At least the first ingredient is got grass-fed beef.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Then you got water, sea salt, encapsulated citric acid, cultured celery powder, and sea salt, dehydrated garlic, red pepper, black pepper, cherry powder.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, that is. I must give it the red color.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is that?
Coriander.
Okay, and onion powder, white pepper, ground nutmeg, parsley. Ooh, there's that collagen again, but for bleeding.
No, that you said that was another thing.
No.
So what do you think about collagen being in this product?
What is collagen anyway?
Okay, great question.
So I can eat collagen and not know what it is?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
I don't think it's very good.
Not very good?
Try it.
I'm not trying this in. Try the other end.
Gee whiz. Not very good. It's kind of nasty.
Ultra processed.
Very ultra. Yeah, here again, ultra processed, but the people processing it probably don't even taste their own food.
Okay, bye.
Bye. That
was the much shorter 90-second edit for Instagram. The full video, along with visuals, will be available over on the Patreon. I really hope to have these videos of us up each week for the foreseeable future. My aim is to show the breadth and depth of all of the products that many news outlets and health professionals deem inherently unhealthy only by way of being an ultra-processed food. Next year, everything from that kombucha to hot Cheetos that is deemed to be ultra-processed could come with a health warning if the 2025 Dietary Guidelines for Americans includes language cautioning their consumption as it is in talks to do. We shall see what continues to become of our nutrition information landscape. In this episode, my dad speaks a bit about nutrition himself, but none of it came from me. It must be from stories on television news and the newspaper, from his friends, and likely what he finds on an infomercial for a blender at 2 a.m. when he can't sleep. I realized that I could ask him way more questions to see what nutrition knowledge someone develops when they get it mostly from the news. In this interview, you'll also hear my senior citizen dog whining at my dad at multiple points. My dad is Tucker's favorite person, and my spouse and I just don't take it personally anymore. I hope you enjoy this conversation. Dad.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We recently started Ultra Processed Fridays.
Sure did.
You have no idea why.
I got tricked one time.
Into eating hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos. You know, really, somebody told me that those things were the number one treat amongst people.
Kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheetos.
Because they're delicious.
Are they?
I mean, you only had one, so you don't have an accurate portrayal of the situation.
No, I don't.
Okay.
No. Okay.
I started Ultra Processed Fridays because the narrative about processed food is that it's all super unhealthy. All of it. But then the same people will come back and say there's some healthy ultra-processed food and some unhealthy ultra-processed food, which negates the fact, like, you can't have it both ways.
No, you can't.
So that kombucha I gave you.
Which is really nasty.
But that would be a healthy ultra-processed food.
Why? Because of kombucha?
Yeah. Like vegan cheese also would be maybe healthy ultra-processed food. Collagen powder, some might say, is a healthy
Collagen.
Ultra-processed food.
Sound like something you put on your eyelashes. Anyway.
Collagen you put on your eyelashes?
I don't know what it is.
Okay. So I am talking to people about the silliness of designating some things ultra-processed foods and assuming that every ultra-processed food is inherently unhealthy.
Well, it's got a lot more in there to take put in the place of food that some of that stuff was just totally unnecessary. It could have been the same without it.
It wouldn't have been red without cherry flavor, Dad.
Cherry color.
Cherry color.
So, what color would it have been?
Probably brown.
It was brown as it is. It wasn't that red. This thing was mostly brown. It was dirt color. Brown. It's just.
So do you think there could be healthier ultra-processed foods?
Mm-hmm.
Like the main brand kombucha, the Synergy brand.
Mm-hmm.
That's an ultra-processed food.
Yeah, but I bet it doesn't taste like the stuff that you did on the first. Them people just had it wrong on that stuff. They haven't put it this way. They haven't checked their taste buds or their
quality control.
Well, yeah. They missed it someplace.
Okay. Anything else that you might eat that would be an ultra processed food?
I'm crazy. I keep hardly any snacks in my house.
Now, you are a fan of frozen yogurt.
Which is not bad, is it?
Oh, it's got so much in it.
Frozen yogurt?
Yeah.
No way.
Okay. Potato chips, if they're flavored.
No, they're not flavored. I just get the plain.
Yeah, so your potato chip would just be like potato oil and salt, which would not be an ultra-processed food. What do you think about your potatoes being not an ultra-processed food and your frozen yogurt is a ultra-processed food?
I think there's not too much you can do to a potato to make it a process unless you put it.
Add a bunch of flavor to it.
Well, unless you add it to hash. You're like, okay, you want.
But hash browns are still just oil, salt, and potatoes.
But unless you put something that is going to, want to make them last longer, so you put a whole lot of preservatives and stuff, and they make them last. We're gonna send out hash browns to the moon or something like that. But so cool. We got a doctor to think.
What do you think about your potato chips being a regular processed food and your frozen yogurt being an ultra processed food?
I have never looked at the actual ingredients of my frozen yogurt.
Would you say it would be, if you were to guess, would it be healthier or less healthy than your potato chips?
I would say it would be healthier because you're getting a lot more.
Yeah, it's not just a singular food.
Not just a potato. It's a lot more. You got milk fats. You got you got various other stuff there. So it's got to be a more healthier.
Yeah. What do you think about our newfound foods, the Costco pupusas, being an ultra processed food?
I think those are ultra-processed foods.
You think so?
Yeah. No, they have to be because, they only need refrigeration.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
Some of the other stuff that, I start tasting in there. It just sounds...
Spices and things like that.
It's got a lot in there.
It does have a lot in there.
Yeah, it's an okay snack, one, but... I even thought about it, so I cut back on buying. I don't buy them every time I go over there now. Okay, let's not buy these every time. Just buy them every now and then and have one, or have a stash of them. But
I like having a stash of them as backup.
Just as backup. It's not something I want to eat daily and have a. Okay, I'm running late. So I'll throw a papoose in the.
Better than not eating it all.
Better than not eating it all, but still not something you want to do a lot of.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your thought.
Yeah.
All right.
So I cut back on the buying of it.
What do you think about almond milk and oat milk being ultra processed?
Now that's a toughie.
Okay.
Oat milk, I don't think that doesn't sound right.
Okay. What about almond milk?
How do you get milk out of oats?
In the same way you get them out of almonds.
You can crush the almonds though and add.
You can crush the oats.
Rolled oats?
You like probably add water and like puree them, and we'll just have to add that information at the end here.
Okay. Almond milk sounds a little. What's in oats?
The grain.
The grain. Okay, but what's in almonds? I mean, a lot more, right?
Yes, protein, fat, carbohydrates.
Now we get into it. Okay, almond milk then.
Almond milk. Mm-hmm. You think it's healthier?
Healthier, yes.
Okay. What do you think about it being an ultra processed food?
It probably is, because in order to turn it into milk, they got to do a lot to it to make it milk, other than just water.
Does all of that stuff make it unhealthy?
It doesn't make it unhealthy, in a sense. No, it doesn't make it unhealthy.
Okay.
Not when you're giving people an alternative that just like me, have allergies to other.
Mm-hmm. Oh, our gluten-free bread has like
tons of stuff in there.
Tons of stuff.
Yeah. But I'm afraid of lactose.
I love toast. It tastes great with eggs.
Yeah, so I'm stuck with that stuff. I mean, I'm stuck with it.
I mean, I would love to have like regular bread, but...
No, you have to buy a bread maker and make your own bread and then put,
Sure.
Yeah. Then you got to buy the gluten-free flour.
Got to know what to mix it with in order to make it. Yeah.
Sure. Mm-hmm. You can do that.
Oh, I can do... How about you do that since you're retired?
No, not that much energy.
So I keep waiting until I'm retired to have energy to bake some home-baked bread, and you say...
No, you can buy the bread machine. You just throw all the ingredients in it, and it does the whole thing, bakes it, bakes it, whoop, and you just...
That's it?
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking about getting one of those if the initial purchase of it, and then you have to look at the initial purchase price, and then the ingredients and everything. You got to find all the ingredients. And like where we shop at, regular stores, do they have the gluten-free flours and stuff? Or we probably have to order that stuff.
Sprouts, Whole Foods.
Yeah, get ripped off.
Okay, so we're not doing that.
No.
Okay.
And if you have to look at your ingredients to see what the heck, you're probably, because your gluten-free flour and everything is going to have the same ingredients that in the package of bread has. And I don't know. I'm guessing.
I mean, if it's an all-purpose or a one-for-one, have like xanthan gum and other things like that. Yeah.
You get the coconut flour and get the wheat.
Right. So it'd be the same thing, just in a bread maker versus.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Since we're talking about food, we just took you to Bacon and Butter.
Yeah.
For your how manyth birthday?
77.
You say shh, and then you give the answer.
Very quiet. 77.
So bacon, butter.
Yes.
Pork, dairy. Bacon is pork.
Like okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Butter, dairy. Ever since Alicia and I moved to Oakland, and a bit even before that, pork belly at like food trucks and pork belly restaurants, and like use the whole pig philosophy was very getting popular. People were having chicken and waffles. Do you remember brown sugar?
Brown sugar restaurant. Yeah, chicken and waffles. I never got that concept.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
No Waffle House chicken and waffles. None of that. No.
That's just something that doesn't sound. The two don't go together. I mean,
all right. So
eggs and waffles, bacon and waffles, but chicken drumstick and waffle. What the hell is that? Okay, fish and waffles.
Fish and waffles.
Somebody might be doing it someplace. You never know.
Okay, so what?
Catfish and waffles.
Oh man. Fried polenta. Okra. All of a sudden, you're seeing okra in places. You're seeing collard greens. Oh, before I forget, did you ever go to food trucks more than 10 years ago where food trucks looked at as
greasy?
Like Roach Coach was a word.
That's it. Road Coach, lunch wagons.
But now, in the last 10 years of things, people want them at their wedding. They're they want trendy.
They want food trucks now.
Yeah, they're called. Now there's prestige with the food trucks.
Yeah, because here again, I mean, I don't know who cleaned up the image of food trucks. I really don't.
Ooh, who cleaned up the image?
Because even during the late 90s, they were still just grease wagons, boy. I mean,
that's what you called them or thought of them.
They were pretty bad.
And now there's like whole food truck areas or things like that. interesting.
I don't really know who cleaned that image up. I don't know exactly what happens because I was working.
Well, I think that maybe the question is who shat on the image to begin with, because
what on the image?
Who shat on the image?
Shat on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
We're gonna shat on you, dude. Sorry.
I mean, it's better than shitted.
Yeah, I know.
Or shat.
So shit's got to pass in like shat.
Yeah. Shat it out.
I shat yesterday.
Yeah.
I did. Okay, cool. Yes, I did too. As a matter of fact. Yeah.
Okay. Image of food trucks has vastly improved along with.
When did you notice it? Really? I mean, did you notice it in Eugene or? Because that was.
No, it was when I moved to Oakland and food trucks were like a big First Friday situation.
Right, because the food trucks that I remember was the one that drive from job site to job site.
Ooh, and what kind of job site?
Construction sites.
Right.
You get your greasy French fries or your
French fries. How about?
Well,
okay, maybe
they were the ones you buy in the bag at the store, the frozen ones, the. Oritas, and that's what you got for French fries. Some of them had a different brand, but they had the grease that had been in it, the cumin, the grease that had been in it, and they were all parked over on Powering Road. I can't remember the street, but they would go over there, and that's when they would clean their trucks out, and they would dump all the grease on there in the dirt parking lot, and it just smelled like shit. Honestly, it was. That's what it cleaned. So, you fried food, you fried everything on there, boy. I mean, it was a deep vat of boiling oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody came along and...
How'd they clean it up? I don't know. Or when they cleaned it up, I don't know.
Well, I mean, they got...
Who made it fashionable anyway,
yes.
Put it that way. I don't know.
I mean, now I gotta find out.
I was out of involved with something else by the time it became fashionable.
Okay. Now... we can go back to what I was initially talking about, was the grits, the grains. All of a sudden we're finding, yes, it's not polenta. Oh, wait, it used to be polenta. It was grits, then it was polenta. Now it's grits again because grits are in fashion.
Right.
Yes. Which is interesting.
Why are they all of a sudden become trendy to embrace
Southern food?
Southern food. I don't get it. You know it's unhealthy.
What?
Hey.
Oh, man.
Greasy fry,
why is Southern food inherently greasy and fried? Because it's not. There's so many. Are beans and rice greasy and fried?
No.
Grits?
No. Unless you fry them up after you cook them. Like at the time I had.
Yeah, you see how you associate greasy and fried with Southern food when there's so many things that you...
Yeah.
Were collard greens greasy?
No, but it's cooked forever with a big old chunk of...
Ham?
No, not ham, but fat back in it.
But do you see how the association and assumption?
Right, but it was also comes from how I grew up eating.
Yes.
Also.
Yeah. Okay. So how did you grow up eating?
Everything was boiled or fried. The only thing that was baked was a turkey on Thanksgiving and the ham on Christmas.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about...
Or hog head when I looked at it one time. Oh, shit. There was a hog head. Ah!
Grits?
Grits, yeah. Grits were... Everything, all veggie.
Yeah.
Everything was extremely overcooked.
Got it. Okay.
I didn't like asparagus until well, for one thing, it was canned asparagus. Anyway, I don't know. It was cooked. Whenever they... Asparagus, it was cooked to look like the same asparagus as you get out of the can. You wouldn't hold up to a fork. You just kind of lift it and just kind of like, yeah. Now, all whatever vegetable nutrients or whatever good part of the vegetable was cooked out of them by the time we got to them.
Interesting.
They were cooked forever.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that would be collard greens, your green beans.
And is this your family and your family not knowing how to cook them?
It was just the way they cooked everything.
So they knew how to cook them, and that was just the way they were cooking them.
That's just the way they cooked them. Everything was extremely overcooked. All veggies were always extremely overcooked.
Okay. Tell me.
Still has some flavor, but here again, I think all the nutrients were, drained out of them, or Well, everything was left in the same liquid that you cooked them in. So anyway, it was. So it was your choice, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, but everything was extremely overcooked.
And is this at your house in Georgia, or is this when you went home to Alabama?
Both places.
Okay, so it happened in Georgia and Alabama. When did you go to Alabama?
Right after I moved. We were going back the first summer after we moved.
So from how old to how old?
I don't know this part. My sister was in first grade, and I'm 2 years behind her, so I was probably 4 years old when we moved from Alabama, from Monroeville to Toccoa.
Okay.
And we went back practically every summer up until I was at the age of maybe 14, 15. It became kind of spotty after that. I mean, we wouldn't do it every summer, but after.
Okay.
Yeah, but primarily, I think it all came to a stop when I was probably about 15 or so. It came. Well, okay, that was the last summer there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while you were there, you worked on the farm?
We raised animals.
So
yeah.
What kind of animals?
There were pigs, there were chickens, there were mostly pigs and chicken. I saw a lot of those when I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did the family use and cook the chickens and the pigs?
Oh yeah, I mean chickens. Go out there and pick me a chicken and kill it and and, pluck it and bring it in. We're gonna have it for dinner.
Yeah. Did you do that?
I had to. Yeah.
Yeah. You picked one.
There it is. Which one you want, boy? Okay, run it down, boy, and kill it, and then pull the feathers. Oh boy, dip them in. They had the thing of water boiling here. I mean, not to the point where it was boiling, but at the point where it was pretty hot, and you just dipped your bird in there, boy, and then pull it out, and then you just start.
Taking the feathers off. Did you cut it open and remove the guts? No, somebody else did that?
No. Yeah, that's grown-up stuff.
Okay. You
ain't doing that.
You did the first 2 steps.
I killed it and I plucked it. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
It was foul. Oh.
It was foul.
Yeah, I don't.
I've done it.
I don't really see how I was able to eat it after.
Well, what do you think? Because was it just normal? That was normal.
That was normal.
Yeah.
For Monroeville, yeah. But yeah.
Well, what do you think about today? The people who are like the back to the land. We should be eating that way again. We should be picking a chicken and eating it the same night because that's fresher and better.
Yeah. Try it and see if you can make it work.
Try it and see if you can make it work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's going to be a lot of road bumps in there. There's going to be a lot of hurdles you got to go. For one thing, you're going to have a lot of chickens to sustain it because you're taking one out of the group, then you've just taken the generation that was going to come after that one. You just took care of that. So you're going to have to be propagating a whole bunch of chickens, and then chickens draws critters. Boy, I fought critters, boy, in the barn house, boy, for so long.
That's when we got rid of our chickens.
Monroeville was going, fight the critters. I mean, if it wasn't wild dogs, it was possums and raccoons. I mean, living off the land has its drawbacks.
Just a couple. It's not all romantic as we're taught.
No, that's a lot of work. That's every day. Yeah, you get up every day when the sun comes up because chicken. And then you got to be there every day to close the gates on the chicken when the chicken go to roost.
Yeah. What about the pigs?
Pigs are just ill-tempered.
Do you think they're ill-tempered because they're on a farm and they know that their end is near?
No, I don't think they have that much intelligence. I just think they're just
Some people say pigs are very intelligent. You and Alicia doubt this. The two of you who have actually worked on farms.
Yeah, I've seen them, but there's a lack of good sense there. All of it. Yeah, they're group animal that has pecking order and everything else. Granted, people...
that's what humans are like, so maybe they are just as smart as humans.
But no, people are probably judging it from everybody has the pet pig, everybody wants... That was the big thing. I don't know if it's still the same thing. Have a pig. What do you want a pig in your house? Boy, a pet pig.
Oh, yeah.
No. So, but no, as you put a number of pigs, and there's always squabbling, fighting, and everything. If you get them together, and plus the filth, the smell is just enough to drive you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, granted, raise pigs, but here again, you got to have a massive amount of area for the pigs. We didn't have the massive amount of area. We just had a pig pen. And that was it. Yeah, no, you did.
How often did you slaughter a pig?
They would do 1 or 2 at the end of every summer.
Oh, and how long would that last?
Oh, it lasted a long time because they were having slaughtered, packaged and everything. Well, slaughtered, and we had a smokehouse in Monroe.
Oh.
We had a smokehouse.
Okay.
And somebody would come over and slaughter. Sometimes you hung the pig after, and then, and smoked it. Sometimes it was sent off to the processor and came back, and there must have been some storage facility. I mean, another relative had a freezer or something that because something like that. The processing of it, and that's where it was stored. Somebody had a freezer or something, and that's where it was stored.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you do with the rest of the pig?
Never saw it again.
I thought you said you made soap.
They made lye soap. I think they had a big cast iron pot.
Yeah.
And lye soap was the king. I mean,
so how do you make pig fat
and lye, and you put it in this big pot, and you just
keep going.
Keep boiling and until it turns to a jelly, and then you just leave it there and just left it in the pot. Never brought it in the house from there. I mean, when my grandmother wanted some soap, you go out there into the pot where it's being cooked, and you cut a chunk of it out and bring it in. We bathed in it. She washed dishes in it. Everything was in lye soap.
Wash clothes?
Wash clothes in lye soap. That was you. And hers was always gray, and it never foamed up. You never got the foamy, but you got the slick feel to it, but it never got foamy. But I remember we go out there, she wanted soap. The stuff was still in the big cooking cast iron, and just take the knife and just cut a square out of it and bring it in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If we were going to bring this whole food situation full circle, you started on a farm. Yeah,
till I was 4 years old. I can remember certain maybe 3. I was thinking about it the other day. I could go back as far as my memory cells will allow me, and I could have little flashes of times when I was there when I was about 4 years old. Okay. Picking, gathering eggs and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. How often did people eat eggs?
Oh, that was common, boy. I mean, you had scrambled eggs all day long.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I do.
And they're always scrambled, too. You never had...
Oh.
Yeah, all the eggs are scrambled.
Not all that fancy shit.
Scramble.
Okay. So, you started plucking chicken feathers. Basically, I've taken you from your childhood memories of chicken to present day.
Which I can't eat a boiled egg right now
without thinking of it as a chicken fart.
Yeah, kind of because that was the shock of my life when I saw the chicken lay the egg.
Okay, so I've taken you
I had no idea
from chickens.
The egg came out of the butthole of a chicken.
It's a cloaca.
Well, when you're 4 or 5 years old, you don't know where chicken eggs come from, right?
I know, it's a cloaca.
Yeah. What the hell is that? So, it shocked me. And I couldn't eat an egg again for a while.
A boiled egg? Or a whole?
I couldn't eat an egg again for a while. I almost got my butt whipped because I wouldn't eat my breakfast. And my grandmother made me sit there until I ate my breakfast, and I still wouldn't do it.
Okay. So taking you from chicken feathers to grass-fed
whatever the hell
beef
it was.
sticks. And kombucha and hot Cheetos. And there went from a time when Southern food was vilified to today when gentrification has really, or all of those things have come together where Southern food, we stayed in line for 45 minutes at Bacon and Butter to be able to eat.
To eat, what did I have? Omelet, right?
Yeah, you didn't travel far outside.
No,
the box.
I didn't, because I looked at the other choices on the menu there, and there wasn't that many.
Okay, we can pause to pet the dog.
No, I mean the other choices on the menu were heavy calories. Everything on the menu was heavy calories, boy. I mean they.
You worried about calories at 77?
No, I'm not worried about them, but I'm worried about why should people serve them? I put it that way. I mean, restaurants are not looking out. Maybe it's my, but I think a restaurant.
Maybe it's your bias.
Yeah, restaurants should be looking out for.
Why?
They're looking out for profit. Right? So whatever brings money in the door, that's what they're looking at.
Right, gigantic portions. Sign me up.
They were gigantic portions.
Leftovers?
Good grief!
Who doesn't want leftovers?
The people that was close to us, boy. I mean, they brought out some plate of pancakes.
Very jealous. I think it was.
The thing was this high. I mean,
pie waffles?
I don't know, but it's a whole bunch of it.
Pie French toast. Apple pie French toast.
God, that was a big old mountain of it.
I know, I was very jealous.
Why?
Because I can't eat it.
Oh, because of the gluten?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wasn't. I was glad I couldn't eat that stuff, man, because good grief.
All right. It seems you have complicated feelings about calories and portions.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Okay. Southern food, even you will call it all greasy and unhealthy.
Right.
We went through.
It could be cleaned up a lot. Southern food could be cleaned up a lot to make it.
But what's wrong with fried chicken?
Nothing's wrong with fried chicken.
Great, because it's very popular, and you put it with waffles now, and you sell it for a lot of money.
Yeah, but I'm looking at fried chicken. I mean, the everything else that went along with that fried chicken that was served at the meal. You know.
Interesting. Yeah. So if you had like a kale salad and fried chicken,
we cutting it up a little, making it a little bit more healthier. Okay. Because we had, I mean, and when you say Southern food, I mean I'm looking at the Southern food dinner. You know how the heck it was served to us, boy. And that thing was whoa. I mean,
interesting.
It was all. But now I noticed all your places are they sell like one dish or one portion of Southern food and plus some other stuff. Yeah. So you might have your fried okra, but you got it with some other stuff. Instead of, we have fried chicken, fried okra, collard greens.
What's wrong with collard greens? Sweet
tea. You had the whole thing there, everything in the world, your macaroni and cheese and everything, all there in one setting.
Okay. Instead
of having collard greens by themselves with something or fried chicken with some other stuff. Yeah, we had it. Woo, that was at every dinner that we had. There was a meat with it of some sort. It was pork chops or chicken or fish.
Fried pork chops.
Yeah, fried ain't a big pork chop. They don't know nothing but stuff. They don't know nothing about that big stuff. Okay, it was fried pork chops. So fried fish. So there was always a meat with every. Okay. With every dinner meal. Got it. Lunch or supper.
Yes. Supper. So you don't have a meat with every dish in your 70s.
No, just like today. I had eggs with that slice of cheese on toast. Yeah.
What'd you eat yesterday, Dan?
I'm trying to remember.
Because I'm kind of worried about you.
I had good meals yesterday. I had 2 good meals. I think I made some chili, turkey chili. Okay. Yeah. So.
And what else?
I had a normal breakfast of eggs. Okay. And I think apple sausage or something like that. And the dinner was, I made chili the night before. Okay. Turkey chili. It had beans. It had kidney beans in it. It had tomato sauce, tomato juice. Yeah. Okay. So I had that on. What did I put it over something.
Rice?
No.
I don't know.
Maybe I don't think I ate it by itself, but I put it. Maybe I did eat it by itself.
I mean, you were the expert of your own experience.
Yeah, but turkey chili. Yeah.
Okay, so you had like 2 meals, and are you gonna have 2 meals today?
Probably.
Is there ever like a third or a snack in there, or is your light?
Yeah, there's always a snack in there. Okay. So there's actually 3 meals a day, but I have a light snack to keep them. I keep the hunger pain down. You have a light snack.
This sounds like how you worked your day, where you wouldn't take a break. You would just have a, quote, lunch snack
When
get you through.
Yeah, when I was actually working and have the breakfast.
Yeah.
And then would have a heavy lunch at work, but just then have a snack enough to keep me from getting hungry. Then I come up and have something to eat. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm a 2.5 meals a day or something like that.
Yeah.
3, but it's still 3 meals a day. I always eat the breakfast in the morning. Where I know a lot of people would just get up and go and they wouldn't eat breakfast in the morning.
Gotcha.
I thought that was dumb.
We went on a journey to beet sticks, kombucha, and hot Cheetos.
You ain't lying. Had a bunch of wrecks too. Bam!
Can I count on you for future ultra processed Fridays?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let me pitch an idea to you.
What?
I am thinking about writing a book about ultra processed foods.
Okay.
And how we demonize them and vilify them and think they're inherently unhealthy.
Unnecessary.
So I'm thinking of doing.
I think manufacturers can make. I think the manufacturers can make a healthy whatever beef stick.
That is a healthy beef stick. Everything in there is
all natural.
Yes.
But no, they can do that.
You just don't think it tastes good.
It tastes like shit.
Yeah, that's the problem. Grass-fed beef, vitamin C, celery powder, dehydrated garlic, red pepper, black pepper, cherry powder. You just ate it again. Coriander, onion powder.
Give it a second chance,
How'd it go the second time?
Now I'm more prepared for it. It's not that bad.
Yeah. We've been smelling it. We got some, notice. Nutmeg, parsley,
okay,
collagen casing. All those things are, quote, natural.
Natural.
Okay.
So natural tastes bad. That's the only thing I can say.
Maybe that's why they add all the things, the flavorings to make things.
Maybe natural tastes bad, so that's why the other ones, the Slim Jims and whatever the heck they are.
Yeah.
They taste better because the natural tastes like shit.
Well, now you know what we need to do.
What?
Is do a taste comparison. Taste comparison between Slim Jims and. You still got a bad taste. You brought it on yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for participating in Ultra Processed Fridays. Thank you for coming on and telling me about your food stuff and what you think about Southern food.
Yeah, I'm going to look into that more about the resurgence of Southern.
You're going to look into it more?
Yeah. How many? I don't think there's a number of restaurants in the Sacramento area that are now serving Southern food, is there?
Yes.
There are a number? Wow.
I mean, there's at least number one.
Okay.
But yeah. We went to a number.
That's, bacon and butter is...
Yeah, I'll count. We'll count them up for sure. But yeah, there's one. There's the traditional Southern food one.
But bacon and butter is that's what they think they're doing. They're reviving the Southern cooking.
They're capitalizing on the gentrification of Southern food.
I gotta take a look at the menu then.
Fixins.
Yeah, fixing.
Fried chicken.
Fixing is more. They don't have the same fatty stuff that we went to Fixing once, right? And that was a very kind of a limited. We had what did they have? Potato salad, greens.
This is because we can only eat those things because everything else
They didn't have a lot of
was breaded and had gluten or had a roux in it or a gravy.
Yeah.
So we had red beans and rice, grits with cheese, and fried okra because that's the only thing we could eat there.
Yeah. But I didn't seem that from the menu, it was a scaled down menu from what you had at Bacon Butter.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay.
As far as and it wasn't a 10-pound plate. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry, Dad. You be your authentic self with me.
I don't think you need a 10-pound plate of food.
I mean, I would like a 10-pound plate of food that I could have for leftovers.
Leftovers, okay, let's go. All right.
I mean, it's like meal prep, but I got it at a restaurant.
Yeah, true.
I mean, you can make your choices. These will be mine.
Yeah, you can have food for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
True.
That sounds great.
1 day sitting and 3 days eating.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for chatting.
It's a pleasure.
I hope you enjoyed that interview as much as I did. From what I heard, I think my dad has some conflicting and perhaps complicated feelings about Southern food. I'm going to continue talking to him about it, and I might even try cooking some of it with him sometime. Because of this conversation and because of Ultra Processed Fridays, I think that if I end up doing a book on ultra processed foods, that my dad will be featured throughout. As a note, from the oat milk conversation and debate on processing, it seems it includes milling, it includes enzymes, it includes separating the liquid from the chunky bits, and then adding any vitamins or flavors or whatever else they're going to add. How this differs from almond milk, I still have yet to find out. And lastly, after this interview, my dad looked up shat to see if it was a real word. He was surprised to find that it's in proper online dictionaries. For next week's episode, I am excited to bring us yet another fun food conversation. I interviewed Daphne Jenkins about the cultural and indigenous foodways of Hawaii and how she's building community through food. We'll leave it to my dad to close out the episode.
You want to tell the people to keep making it awkward?
Keep making it awkward and...
Do you want people to make it awkward?
Sure, I want everybody to. Edited by Jen Jacobs. It was pretty cool.
Who's it sponsored by?
What was it sponsored anymore? Oh, that place over there, yeah. Mm-hmm. Sacramento Outboard Service.
Excellent.
The legacy, because it's no longer there. Mm-hmm. So now it has to be a legacy, right? Mm-hmm. In the remembrance of.
Hosted by?
Oh, Jessica Wilson and homeboy Wilson.
Okay. What's the podcast called?
Making it awkward.
Excellent. High five.